Hello again, friends. It's Ella here. I always do that. Almost every time I start recording, I decide I'm going to dismount by hitting block. We are going to be heading toward Veyond, I believe it's pronounced. What is this place? I don't see anything. Toward Veyond, and let's get that cleared off of our map. I hope everyone is having a wonderful evening. If you enjoy these little run-throughs that I like to do, if you would, whoa, what is this? If you would, please subscribe and like the video. That would be so helpful. Phantasmal discovery waits. No. Wait a minute. Where's the road to this place? I see it, but I don't want that phantasmal quest, do I? Is that it? I don't think that's it, is it? Phantasmal? Let's see if we see something closer here. No. I'm not seeing. Is that phantasmal thing it? Perhaps it is it. Oh, here's one. Here's one. Is that also phantasmal? Is it the phantasmal discovery? I don't see anything else, so yeah, I'm thinking that's it. Alrighty, here we go. So I found one over here, I guess. And now there's one over here as well. Basically a sign pasted to a tree. I think. Phantasmal discovery waits. Let's see what it says. Yep, that's it. Veyond. Okay. Arcane archaeological survey seeks bold adventurer for thrilling experiment. Revus. That sounds very familiar. Revus. That sounds very familiar. The ability to carry heavy magical implements desirable. Bravery in the face of specters, ghosts, and other undead required. For more details, seek out Revus in Demnevanni. So we're definitely dealing with a dark elf, friends. We're seeking out Revus Demnevanni. At this place over here somewhere. Down here.
Well, we can't wait any longer. We should begin the experiment.
With no porters, no assistants. This endeavor's been a farce from the start, Revus. Now it's a doomed one.
Okay, there you go. There's our quest. Do we take these? Yes. Always check the loot first. Because when you come back, it might be reset. Maybe. Maybe. Ooh. I think I can make those candles. Little squirrel. A book? Apparently I've read it already. Probably somewhere else. Since I have just gotten here. Alright, that's it. There's no real good goodies here. Okay. What's this guy's name? Tiras Tirethi. And Revus Demnevanni. Definitely
Well, here's a turn
dark
of luck.
elves.
It's
Hopefully
me,
that's what I said.
Revus. You helped me out of a scrape in Nisus some time back, remember? Quamamine,
I
tonal
remember.
resonator, devoured bard. Good times.
I
Anyway,
remember.
Here we go again. You, me, and an experiment going poorly.
Okay, yes, I remember this guy. Okay, what's the experiment?
House Telvanni is funding a practical test of my latest invention, the Phantasmal Censer. It exercises spirits, ghosts, and other spectral beings near instantaneously. The unquiet dead claim countless lives each season, but no longer.
So what do you need me to do?
The porters and assistants I contracted with have been waylaid in Narcissus, some manner of food poisoning. I'm desperate for an extra set of eyes and hands to help with labor and preparations. Nothing dangerous, I assure you.
Okay, I'll help.
Oh, I'm so relieved you agreed to help. Before you arrived, I feared my overseers at House Telvanni really might... No matter. Tiras and I already set up a small field laboratory in the ruined Veyond. Meet us inside and we'll get started.
Let's see. Can you tell me more about this phantasmal censer?
Certainly. It's a wedding of Barrelsar's theories on the interactions of tonal and spectral forces with a resonance housing of my own design. Activating it should render any ghosts in proximity completely mute. A clever bit of engineering, I suppose.
So you don't sound very excited about it.
What? No, I'm extremely excited about it. My superiors in Tel Naga called it a product of minor interest. Believe me when I say that's as robust an endorsement as I'm ever likely to earn. If the Telvanni Council thinks it's worthwhile, so do I.
So, okay. We'll go with this one first. Why are you conducting this experiment in Veyond?
When you're on a mission to quiet down
Saying it
restless ghosts, you go where the restless ghosts are. Angry spirits pile up in these Ayleid ruins like weevils in a hollow log. Feck only knows why. I've never taken much interest in Ayleid history.
So you couldn't find restless ghosts in your homeland?
In Morrowind? Ha, I wouldn't think of it. Silencing an ancestor is blasphemous, even if some of them deserve it. My Aunt Censer can't let a visitation go by without complaining about her urn. We know you wanted purple. Get over it already, right?
Okay, tell me about your pupil, Tiras.
Tiras is a junior oathman of House Telvanni. At this point in his education, he's obliged to accompany a spellwright like myself on a few field excursions. Sort of an apprenticeship. Honestly, in his case, it's just a formality.
Well, what do you mean?
Tiras is an incredible talent, of the sort that only appears once in a generation. What's more, his family is extremely well connected. He lives the Telvanni creed effortlessly. I wager he'll be Archmagister one day.
Well, what do you think of House Telvanni?
Really putting me on the spot, aren't you? There are aspects of Telvanni culture I find abhorrent, the practice of slavery being chief among them. We do what we can. When the only alternative is exile, it's complicated.
Okay.
Taking assistance from random passers-by. The magisters of the house will most certainly have opinions on this.
Okay, should I talk to him? Let's see what he's like.
This is easily the most important experiment in Revus's unremarkable career, and he's soliciting aid from random passers-by. Of course he is. It would be depressing if it wasn't so predictable.
Oh, jeez. Tell me about yourself.
I am Tiras Tirethi, firstborn son of Revus Tirethi, and adopted nephew to Magister Thorana of Telbranora. I can tell by your vacant expression you're not well acquainted with the current affairs of House Telvanni. No great surprise there.
And what brings you to Blackwood?
I often ask myself the same thing. The Telvanni Council insists that prodigies such as I leave Morrowind for a time to experience whatever this is. It makes us more worldly, I suppose. An insufferable waste of time, if you ask me.
So you're here to study with Revus, though, right?
That's a charitable way to put it. Technically, I am Revus's student, but he's taught me very little beyond how to fumble aimlessly from one disaster to another. I can't wait for this to be over.
Alrighty then. Don't hold anything back. Alright, so where are we going? Above? How do we get up here? I don't know if this is... It is. Tricky that was. Okay. Well, here we go. Inside Veyond and back. I imagine it's going to be our typical Ayleid ruin. Full of books to read for another time. Because I have been known to stop and look at every single bookshelf.
Come think of it, Revus. A crumbling ruin is an apt place for your final experiment with House Telvanni.
Final experiment? Are you getting fired, Revus? Oh, I need this bottle. Excuse me. Okay.
Finally, we can get started. There's a lot riding on this experiment's success. So yes, let's all stay focused and diligent. And also very, very careful.
What do you need me to do?
I need you to paint some stabilizing runes around the area to reinforce the Censer's magics. They're not all that elaborate, I promise, but do be mindful. I'm not leaving anything to chance this time.
So how do I paint these runes?
Here are the materials in a template.
He's
I
handing me
infused the
something.
paint with ground soul gems to reinforce the rune's potency. At great personal expense, I might add. Right, Tiras? There's no price too high for success. Try not to use it all right?
Okay, what will you and Tiras do while I'm gone?
I have a few more calibrations to attend to. As for Tiras, he'll probably, observe, for educational purposes. You can speak with him if you have any other questions. Set guide you, my friend.
All right, I'll go do, or words hard, I'll go paint those runes.
Remember, precision is of the utmost importance, so no loafing or dawdling, you. I'm sorry. We're supposed to use harsh declaratives like that to motivate people. Are you? Yeah, I can tell you're motivated. Great.
Sorry about that. You can
That's
probably
great.
totally hear my my Slurpee. Let's see. Okay, so what are these runes for again?
The housing I created for the Phantasmal Censer should contain the energies it releases well enough. I employed a fascinating helical boring technique invented by the dwarves of Arkingthand. I have all sorts of ideas for... Sorry, that can wait.
Arkingthand. So that's the first time I've ever heard that pronounced. Arkingthand. Interesting. Okay, so about these runes.
Right, sorry. The runes provide a stabilizing aura to prevent any real spectacular tonal reactions or spectral anomalies. I triple-checked every aspect of the experiment, but a mage can never be too careful. Especially if that mage is me.
Have your methods improved since the disaster in Nisus? Good question.
Oh, definitely. I learned a lot from that Kwama business. Now safety is my chief priority. There might be some bumps along the way, of course, but like the old wizards say, in the mountains of magical praxis, one never climbs in vain.
All right. We're painting. Oh, I was supposed to speak with him? Oh. Talk to Tiras, okay.
Soul gem-infused runes slathered on alien walls. The poor condition of the stone combined with imprecise template virtually guarantees a lack of efficacy. What is Revus, an amateur? What am I saying? Of course he is.
You don't think what Revus is doing will work?
Finally, someone else makes an astute observation. Congratulations. You've just become the second smartest person in the room. The runes Revus once painted will have, at most, a negligible impact. They're essentially just expensive vandalism.
Well, isn't Revus your teacher? Why are you talking about him like this?
Don't be thick. I have nothing to learn from the likes of Revus Demnevanni. This is a mere formality. When I ascend to the council, I will make weeding out hedge mages like Revus my first priority.
Do other Telvanni mages share your low opinion of Revus?
Oh, yes. Revus knows where he stands with the Telvanni Council. On a precipice. And after today's nonsense, he will finally fall off.
Dear me. This guy is not very friendly. Alrighty. So we're going to paint stabilizing runes. I imagine in this large place we're going to encounter some sort of difficulty. Okay. I'm such a good painter. So far I haven't seen... Oh, I just saw a movement. There we go. Here's some movement over here. Can't believe I missed them all. Good painting, good painting. So where's the other one? Hello? Oh, I'm jumping down. Coming, Mary? Oh, it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to escape everything. Alien Arbalest, Alien Knight. Arbalest. Okay, here we go. Alright. I'm a pretty daggone good rune painter, if I do say so myself. Okay. Oh, look. It's the Atronach. Okay. Now what? Talk to Revus.
Ah, welcome back. The runes are in place, right? I'm anxious to begin the experiment.
Yes, I painted all the runes, and I believe I did a fantastic job. What's next?
Excellent. By the three, can I just tell you how refreshing it is to hear a voice of support? Thank you. Now, the next step is a bit more complicated. I need you to assist me with a Phantasmal Censer's kindling sequence.
How do I do that?
These magical pylons provide the key. Fair warning, they can be a bit unruly, but the fundamentals are sound. Spectral energy will pass between them freely, but sometimes the crystals dislodge. If that happens, I need you to reattune them.
So how will I know which pylon to attune?
Just pay attention to the energies flowing between them. If no spectral motes pass through one of the pylons, you'll know that's the one that needs fixing. I should warn you, if you try to attune a functional pylon, you might feel a mild shock.
Okay, thanks for the warning. I'll keep my eyes on the pylons.
It's nice to have a willing pair of hands to assist me.
Oh gosh.
Tiras seems well acquainted with instruments like these. He could make a real contribution if he wasn't so set on observing all the time. I wish I could convince him to help. Oh well.
Okay, of course. You can remind me of what to... Can you remind me of what to do again? No, okay, goodbye. I guess I ask him that if I forget what I'm doing. Okay, signal Revus.
Let's begin.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Like I said before, pay careful attention to the flow of energy. Find the pylon that isn't properly attuned.
I think it's the one that's not being touched, is that right? First I thought it was going to be Simon Says. This is the only one that wasn't touched.
Good. Now here comes the next sequence.
Have to watch that again. I think it's this one. Yep.
Now the last sequence.
Oh dang. Yeah, it's this one.
It's working. Just a moment more and...
What?
What? Why isn't it... Good grief!
Okay, what?
Damn it all! I triple-checked the pylons last night. I field-tested the runes. I've read everything Barrelzar's ever written aside from his fetching diary, and it still doesn't work. Still! Why won't it work? It needs to work!
Poor guy. Did we do something wrong?
No. No! You followed my instructions to the letter, and I practically killed myself proving out the theories in my laboratory back home. Literally. My eyebrows only recently grew back. It can't just be bad luck. I must have missed something.
Well, miss something like what?
Something in Veyond. Some arcane anomaly that disrupts the function of pylons. Of course, the ruin I choose to work in suffers from some heretofore unseen pylon scrambling hocus pocus. Just another day in the life of Revus Demnevanni.
So what can we do to fix this?
Well, we need to find the source of the disturbance. Take Tiras and explore the lower chambers. It shouldn't take him long to identify the culprit. Just make sure to keep him safe. If anything happens to him, my Kwama is well and truly cooked.
Alrighty, I will help Tiras find the source of the interference.
Right. I'll stay here and inspect the instruments. Again. If I didn't find any flaws the first 3 times, I doubt I'll find any now. But who knows? Maybe Tiras is right. Maybe this is just a huge waste of time.
So yes, Tiras thinks it's a waste of time, but what do you think?
What do I think? What does that matter?
Oh,
the
dang.
Telvanni Council detests my work on dwemotonal mechanics. They want nothing to do with my study of rare eggs. The Phantasmal Censer is the only thing I've ever created that won their approval.
Is the Telvanni Council's approval really that important?
Really that important? Well, of course it is. I'm a member of House Telvanni, for Vex's sake. If the Council drums me out, what would I do? Who would I share my theories with? No, once that door closes, it closes forever. It's unthinkable.
Okay, so do you really think making the Phantasmal Censer work will change their opinion of you? So making this thing work?
Absolutely. Yes. Maybe.
No.
I don't know, but I have to try. Would I rather be poking around in a dwarven ruin, unraveling the mysteries of tonal architecture? Yes, but no one ever said arcane practice always leads to excitement.
Okay. Alrighty, so is he automatically going to come with me? Oh, great, I don't have to talk to him. Perfect.
Well, let's get this farce underway.
Let's get this farce underway, he says. Alright, we're going down because we already know there's nothing upstairs.
Our maps of Veyond didn't depict this tunnel. Oh, Vex head. Be on your guard.
Yes, on my guard. Oh, so there's an alligator down here? Oh. Get a little bit of Rubido Heights scrap. Oh, don't touch those torch bugs. Miri's with us. Miri does not like us touching the torch bugs. Don't look at it, Ella.
Trolls! Hideous savage beast!
Where?
Keep that brute away from me!
It's okay, I got this. Dealt with these guys before. He said trolls, plural. I only saw one. Is there more? Don't touch it. Ella wants to grab the torch bug.
There, in the distance, more alien masonry. Finally, no more mucking around the dirt like some clumsy salt rice farmer.
Jeez, clumsy salt rice farmer. Okay. Just a pretty wall. Sometimes they open. But I guess that was just a
There's a
pretty wall.
strange aura on the other side of this door. Can you feel it?
No.
Ugh, what am I saying? Of course you can't.
Of course I can't.
Varla stones are clouded. Some manner of arcane erosion. They must be the source of Revus's trouble. Destroying them in this state could generate an explosive burst of magicka, and draining their power is no small feat. Unless, of course, you happen to be me. Smash away, hero, and let's get out of this place.
Will do. Okay, let's just... Okay, we're just destroying all 3 of these things. 1, 2, 3.
Tiras, the interference. I think it may come from clouded...
Varla stones? Indeed. The help and I already dealt with them. You're welcome.
Oh, well, thank you. Wait, does anyone else feel that?
Intruders? Get out! Get out!
A spirit. Stand back, both of you. It's time for a true test of the Phantasmal Censer.
Get it away from me! Back, you creature! I mean it!
Wait, Tiras! No! Ah!
What the heck?
Oblivion, take me, he's dead! Tiras is dead! This is a catastrophe! What are we gonna do?
Slow down, what just happened?
I tried to use the Phantasmal Censer to quiet that alien spectre, but Tiras panicked and started to banish it with his own magic. His banishing spell mixed with the Censer's power and whoosh, snuffed out like a candle. I'm doomed!
Are you sure he's dead? He just vanished.
Just vanished. Yeah, sure, just vanished. To the afterlife! This is classic Revus, you know. I'm a pox. I'll just need a moment to think about what I'm going to tell the house about Tiras and the Censer, wherever it flew off to.
I'm a pox. I'll find the Censer. You take a moment. Okay. Oh, this thing here. Do I have to talk to it? Oh, thank you.
What is happening to me?
Follow
Tiras.
his voice.
Even now I can hear him in my mind, haunting me.
Follow the sound of his voice.
I can't. Help me! Use the Censer!
Tiras, he's not gone after all.
Apparently not. All I had to do was wave that thing around. All right, Revus, what now?
Please forgive me, Sarah. While I was wallowing in self-pity, you were out here trying to clean up my mess. And by the three, Tiras still lives. Or exists at any rate. What happened when you found him?
He told me to use the Phantasmal Censer. After I did, he disappeared.
Along with the clouded Varla stones. Interesting. The Censer might have prompted some kind of animus inversion. The specifics can wait. Whatever happened, he's still aware of his surroundings. You might be able to fix this.
What can we do?
We? No. I've done enough damage. I'll come along, offer scholarly advice and such. But you're the only person I trust to see this through. The first step is finding Tiras. His soul seems bound to the ruin and these stones.
So how do we find him?
The clouded Varla stones are sort of thickening the magical fabric of this place. A soul like Tiras's would cause ripples. Allow me to make a small modification to the Censer. There. If you use it now, it should illuminate Tiras's path.
Okay, you're sure you don't want to do this yourself. You created the Censer in the first place.
I've proven beyond shadow of a doubt that I can't be trusted with that thing. For anyone who is not me, using the Censer is quite simple. Activate it, and a mote of spectral energy should coast toward Tiras. Just follow the mote.
For anyone that's not me, it should work fine. Okay, so what do we do when we find him?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Best to focus on navigating the ruin. I seriously doubt that Veyond's shown us all its nasty surprises.
All right. Which... not that way. Oh. Oh, shoot, this way. Going the wrong way already. Look at that, just like that, it's going the wrong way. All right, Phantasmal Mote, we're following you. How many mobs is he going to lead us to? They very rarely avoid mobs.
The clouded light! It calls!
Phew! Uh-oh, another one. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, we're gonna go right past these guys. We're coming. Oh, After kill this guy.
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant homagers.
I usually don't time those very well. I think I have it figured out, and then I get
Any
flattened.
longer!
Tiras,
Take any longer?
and more clouded Varla stones. By the 3. Were the aliens selling them wholesale? I'll probably regret this, but I'll try to attune the stones. You push them out of position. Maybe that will set him free.
No, not enough!
I know that did not look like a success, but I think I know what's happening.
Okay, we're gonna wait here and let this other player get ahead of us by a couple of minutes. So we're gonna pause and be right back. Okay. Alrighty, Revus.
These clouded Varla stones. The aliens wouldn't have carved imperfect stones in this quantity by accident. There's intention here. They're meant to attract spectral energy like moths to a flame. That's why we keep finding Tiras among them.
So how does that help us save Tiras?
Well, it doesn't just yet, but we're definitely onto something. The Censer can banish the stones, and my attunement spell can stabilize them long enough to dislodge them safely. You are one step closer to fixing this.
Okay, so what do we do now?
You? What do you do now? Keep tracking Tiras. I'll try to puzzle out a way to use the Censer and attunement spell to restore Tiras's corporeal form. We have to move quickly, though. If we don't reach him soon, critical animus decay might set in.
Oh, that sounds bad.
That's because it is bad. Let's pick up the pace, all right?
All right. If you didn't feel the need to have to explain everything to me and it's with all the long words, you could have just said, here, Ella, take this, go. Click it and go. We're going into Veyond Grand Rassle now? Veyond Grand Rassle? There's a surprising amount of...
Over there! It's Tiras!
Where? Oh. I was going to say there's a surprising amount of not very many NPCs to fight, but I think we're still not too far away from that other one, the other person.
I think I know what's going on.
What? It's so close. Okay. What?
Tiras is trying to resist the pull of the clouded Varla stones, but his strength is waning. Luckily, he's running into these smaller stone clusters, sort of like falling out of a tree and hitting all the branches on the way down.
So where will he end up?
I'm wagering there is a greater load of this clouded glass somewhere in the ruin. A stockpile or something that dwarfs these other Varla stones in size, potency, or both. Tiras should eventually find himself there.
What will happen when he reaches this load?
I can't imagine it will be pleasant, but with enough of the clouded glass in one place, we might be able to create a large enough resonance to restore Tiras's corporeal form. You using the Phantasmal Censer, and me using the attunement spell.
So you're going to help this time?
I have to. Without my attunement spell, the Censer could banish Tiras for good. I can't hide from this forever. I am a mage. Hapless and clumsy, perhaps, but a mage all the same. I owe it to Tiras, to you, and to myself to try.
Okay, let's go find Tiras and this load you mentioned.
This plan will work, right? Of course it will work. Just follow that moat.
Okay.
I am. It might be a bit morbid, but all this dashing around and puzzle solving. It's why I love being a wizard.
He wants to
I've
just
nearly
take his time
forgotten
and
that
have all
with
these
Tiras and
conversations.
House Telvanni pushing me around. We all have to follow our bliss, right? Mine's in old ruins.
Okay. All right, let's go. Phantasmal moot. I see him over there. I see him. He's over there.
Help!
Aeum's mercy. Tiras is fading faster. Quickly, just smash these stones and we'll hope for the best.
All right. 1. Oh, hit me down. Hit me on the ground. Knock me out. 2. Woo. These ones are more reactive. Wow.
There. Now, use the Censer. We have to find the central load.
So much so that it changed the color of the screen even. They really making us go this way? Walking us around all this stuff? These mobs? Well, I just avoided them. It's like Varla stones, like coming out of the earth. Oh,
It's not a cluster of glass. It's an entire well. All right. Let's go over the plan.
okay. Let's go over the plan.
We were looking for a pile of clouded glass, and instead, we found a limitless font of unstable magicka. Shame we have to destroy it. But let's be honest, I would have found a way to accidentally destroy it before long. Are you ready to save Tiras?
Yeah, what do I need to do?
First, we need to replicate the original event.
Poor Revus.
Aim the Phantasmal Censer at him and unleash its power. While you're doing that, I'll cast the attunement spell. Weaving the two together should dislodge his animus and restore his corporeal form.
How confident are you that this will work?
Much less confident than you'd like.
I see.
If it's any consolation, most magisters aren't certain of a hypothesis until they test it. Our test just happens to have the potential for cataclysmic results.
Cataclysmic results?
Discharging spells and jangling magic sensors in front of an unstable well could prove explosive. But nothing is certain. Magic is more art than science. At least that's what I tell myself in situations like this.
So what are the chances that this is going to go wrong?
7 in 10, give or take. You've faced worse odds before, though. Right? Come on, hero. Let's do some heroing.
Alrighty. Let's do it. Here's my part. Use the Phantasmal Censer.
It's working. We did it. Tiras, are you all right?
Revus! I am alive. Oh, thank you. Aeum's mercy, I thought I was dead. I never should have cast that. But the ghost was there and I just panicked.
Oh, dear. There, Tiras. Why don't we head back to camp, all right?
So he knows it's because he cast a spell, and that's what caused it to happen. He interrupted what Revus was doing. Okay, go to Revus. Go to the camp. How are you feeling?
I owe you such an apology. I could see everything you and Revus did. No one has ever looked out for me before. Thank you.
Oh, sweet. Okay, excellent. Okay. Thankfully, the exit is just one door away. What a coincidence. Or I thought. No? Whoa, Nelly. I wasn't expecting to do that. Okay. little jumps. Okay, it wasn't so bad. Is Mary running all the way around, or is she jumping? She's running all the way around. Of course she is.
I'm writing the Magister straight away, Revus. You will receive accolades aplenty.
Oh, that's very generous, Tiras. Thank you.
Oh, this one's empty. The other one worked, but that one's broken. Just collecting our extra pieces of loot. You never know what you might find. Alrighty. Okay, Revus. Tell me what happened.
Well, this is unexpected. I'd resolved to spend the rest of my life in exile, but now Tiras is singing my praises. Do you think he hit his head or something? I guess anyone can have a change of heart when they have a brush with fate like this.
So what happens now?
Hopefully, Tiras' testimonial will earn me some latitude with House Telvanni. Not enough to rise in rank, mind you, but enough to keep them off my back for a while. None of this would have been possible without you. Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome, Revus. Okay, so what Revus is giving us is a House Tirethi signet ring, which is part of the Frostbite set. And some gold. Thank you.
Safe travels, my friend. And if you ever find yourself in Nisus, feel free to drop by.
Are planning on going to Morrowind soon. We found a little bit of an error here. So are you planning on going back to Morrowind soon?
As soon as I can, yes. The Censer was always a means to an end. Tiras' letter should give me the boost I need to continue my real work. Rare eggs, dwarven machines, vegetable conjuring, all the bizarre obsessions that House Telvanni scorned.
Okay, so do you think Tiras' letter will solidify your position in the house?
Ha! No. I'm far too clumsy to evade the Telvanni Council's contempt for long. But we have to treasure the time we have, right? I'm sure I'll make some really worthy discoveries before they start nosing around in my work again.
Okay. Perfect. All right, so where is your friend here? Here he is. Tiras, let's see your change of heart.
Either three, this whole business really opened my eyes. I always thought true wizardry happened in the laboratories and libraries of Tel Naga. But magic is messy. It's dangerous. A second's hesitation can mean death. Revus taught me that.
So this experience seems to have really changed your outlook.
How could it not? When faced with even the slightest peril, I panicked. Rather than listening to my teacher, I cast a spell that turned my animus inside out. An experience like that would change anyone. Then there's the matter of my rescue.
Well, what do you mean?
Any other Telvanni wizard would have left me there without a moment's hesitation. House politics are cruel, but when faced with the prospect of death or professional ruin, Revus saved me anyway. I can guarantee you, I would not have done the same.
So will you share these lessons with your kinsfolk in the house?
I will try. Members of House Telvanni are stubborn, but true greatness comes from learning. This was a difficult but necessary lesson.
Well, good for you. Good for you and good on you. Well, there you go, everyone. We have now solved the mysteries of Veyond. When we come back, let's see, what is next for us to do? When we come back, we're going to work on Glenbridge. All right? I hope everyone has a great evening. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate you all. See you next time. Bye-bye.